Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Okay.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Are we
All right.
live, Matt? Do we exist?
We are absolutely live. Hey guys, welcome to Bean Stream,
Hey,
episode number 10. I'm Matt.
I'm RJ.
Welcome to
Hello.
Bean Stream. And you smell that?
It smells like Updog in here.
It smells like it smells like Updog in here. What's Updog?
Oh, I got him.
Oh, you got me. You got
Man,
me.
back to the 90s. What up?
Back to childhood.
Back to childhood. Ooh, trauma. Hey.
Ooh, hey.
Speaking of trauma, what's going on, Matt?
That's pretty sad. The usual trauma. Work, school. No. I don't go to
The
school.
adult trauma.
Yeah, I don't go to school. That's weird.
Well,
It's weird to say. No,
weird to
I
say.
felt like I was there for so long.
We were kind of there for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, that's most of our lives so far, actually. 'Cause it's, what, 12 years, right?
Quite. I had to do an extra 5.
Oh, yeah, you had to do a lot more, yeah, because you're not a loser like me.
No, it's not that. I'm a loser that
Not
decided I didn't already have enough debt.
Oh. Yeah, see, I went into the bitch having debt, so I was like, okay.
No, same here. I was like, all right, what's another heaping of death?
Yeah. You also didn't get engaged right out of high school, so...
No. I also didn't have a few things going on as well, so that does help.
I mean, I was here and there and did some things.
Yeah, it's okay. We got you off the street.
Oh!
Yeah, oof. It's okay. We're here. You know...
Yeah. I'm not getting the 5-finger discount anymore.
No, you are not.
No, I am not. Only on Tuesdays.
You're not giving it either.
No, I'm not.
So, anyways, episode 10. We want to do something a little special. You know, it's the season of love, right?
It is. It is, Matt. And I have a question for you.
Okay.
Will you be my Valentine?
See, I was gonna go a little similar of just like let's make this official. RJ, would you be my podcast host?
Oh, hey. Maybe.
I like that we both went with the same joke though.
Oh yeah, expert. No. Yeah, delivery was there. You know.
See, we'll renew our or this, and like
our podcast
100. Yeah, on episode 100, and then every 1,000 from there. You know, just make it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Anyways, before both of our female companions kill us, speaking of love, and our lovely female companions, we've been watching shows with them separately, but you know, we've seen a lot of the same shows, and we've talked about some of these shows already.
A little bit, yeah.
But we haven't gotten into details. So let's tear apart love by watching trashy reality TV shows.
Oh yes, because you can learn so much.
Oh, you can. Oh, it.
And you can lose every brain cell you have.
You can absolutely lose every brain cell in your gray matter. All the gray is gone, and it's just death.
Every lobe you could possibly imagine is gone.
All of the dopamine just fries out your neurons, and it just
your dopamine becomes nopamine.
You know what I mean? It's no longer dope.
Nope, it's nope now.
It's pretty lame, gotta say. I'm straight up not having a good time, bro.
Straight up not having a good time. If you eat so many French fry, you're not gonna have a good time.
Oof.
If I learned anything from South Park,
yes, pizza. Dude, have you ever gone skiing?
So I went skiing when I was a tiny child, and I hit a tree.
Perfect.
Yep, that explains a lot what's wrong.
And it was after watching that South Park episode, so the entire time I was like, pizza, French fry, pizza.
Right. Did you have a bad time?
I hurt. Dude, I saw someone from school actually there. You know this
What?
man. He's kind of foreign. Definitely an interesting features.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think you know you're picking up what I'm throwing out there.
Foreign. I knew a couple
I'm
foreign
casting
people.
a line, and you're getting it.
Weren't there a couple? Wait, there are a couple foreign.
His first name started with an M, and he hung out with the attempted class president.
Tempted.
I remember a lot of random details about people.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of drawing a blank here. Gonna be honest. I thought I knew, and then I was like, wait, Oh yes. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
him.
Sorry,
Him.
I had to read further in the script for that one.
Yes, yeah. We had to circle around back. Let's just start from the top. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been watching WandaVision?
No, I haven't. I'm not really in with the superhero
Okay, that's fair.
stuff. I haven't watched Mandalorian. Haven't watched any of the cool stuff the kids are talking about these days.
That's fair. If you like
Watching
original
old
Star Wars,
horrible shows.
you might like The Mandalorian, but it's
you like-
very like border.
I thought you said if you
Very
like
boring.
grocery stores. I'm like, what the hell? Does
Yes,
that
if
have to
you
do with
like
anything?
grocery stores, Mandalorian, you see that baby Yoda everywhere, including the grocery store. Just
I mean, you really do.
You just
Eating eggs. Yep. Committing
Anyways.
genocide all over the place.
Yes. Making Twitter angry since 2019.
Yeah, right.
So, anyways, trashy reality TV shows. Which one do we want to start off with?
Let's start off with Love is Blind, I guess, because that's the one I need to remember
that's
the
the
most.
one that's
Yeah.
Okay. So, funny story. Mikhail and I started rewatching it a bit, just because it was actually good, and so it's very interesting. How do we want to talk about this one? Because I feel like this one was honestly probably the best one.
Yeah, it was the best one, but I think there maybe, were some errors, some producer fails, maybe, some of those kinds of things.
There were definitely some hiccups there.
Like when, who's the guy?
Was it Cameron?
No. It was the blonde guy. Was his name Damien? Is that his name?
Yes, Damien Powers.
Yes. Or Damon? Something like that.
It's Damon.
Okay. I feel like there were some funky bits, where like you got real emotional,
Lauren, right?
A little violent. He was with
Kelly.
No. Giannina, is that her name?
Damien. Oh yeah, no, Damien and Giannina. Yes.
Yeah, that was He
was blonde. No, that was.
I think.
Hold on, I need
blonde.
to
help. See, that's why I want to go with this one first, just because I have to remember far back and like.
Let's see, which couples are still together? Okay.
Well, I know they're not, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Kelly and Kenny, that's who it was, and then, yes, Damien.
Okay,
yes,
so I was right.
Damien and Giannina, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, there were some funky moments where I was like, "Oh, is this gonna get violent?" Like, holy cow!
Especially when, the worst insult you could ever say is, "I don't get butterflies anymore." Like she personally attacked him after that by going like, "I've had better." I'm like, going for the jugular there, like that's too much.
Yeah.
Want to hear something interesting though?
Yes.
As far as I'm aware of, it could still be like old information at this point too. I think they actually got back together afterwards.
What?
Yeah.
You're lying.
No, I swear I remember seeing something of like they got back together, and then I think they might have broken up again. I don't know for sure.
Probably, most likely.
But like, When was this article posted? Let's see. As of March 5th, 2020, Damien and Janina were still in a relationship.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, good for them. Hope they're happy and not toxic.
Hopefully things got better. Hopefully, because, okay, let's be honest, if he has to always go out of his way to do things, it's not a very healthy relationship.
Oh, no.
Yeah, sure, you should, do stuff with your partner, make sure that they're having fun, go out, have fun.
Yeah.
But if every day has to be, like, going on a helicopter ride, I mean...
Right.
You need to have a job at some point.
Right. Damn, Matt's saying it like it is right here.
You need to be able to fund these trips.
Could not agree more.
Yes. I'm not afraid to say things because I am here.
It's like easy for you to say, Matt.
Yeah. Oof. So easy for me to say.
So do you not support like a one? Hey, whoa! Hang on now. Hang on.
Okay.
I got to get to the bottom of you real quick.
Okay.
Show me your bottom. Oh wait. So basically, no. Okay. Here's my question. So, do you support single income households? Then what's your opinion on that?
As long as it's able to support and everybody's happy, yeah. I am under the impression that you should be able to do whatever makes you happy. Whatever is easy, whatever helps. That is what I am all about.
Okay. See.
Yeah.
Good take. I thought maybe you had some sort of like stigma on that.
I'm pretty over. You know my personality. I'm pretty neutral. I let people be.
True neutral, if I remember correctly.
You do what you gonna do. Whatever makes you happy, whatever works for you. As long as it's not toxic, do it. Do it. I don't have that as a sound clip. Do it.
I know. Are you a Star Wars fan?
A bit. I got a few Funko Pops.
Did you watch Mandalorian?
For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
I'm not convinced. Sell me on it.
A father is trying to get his adopted son out of his adopted care. And there's a bunch of aliens.
Riveting.
And a man is trying to steal his child's blood. And this man cannot take off his helmet because reasons. He can't take off his helmet.
Doesn't have a good budget.
Because of his religion. But guns are also part of his religion. Yes.
So it's like Rambo and Big Daddy at the same time.
Yeah, with a bit of space, And
a bit of space. Okay,
picture having Fallout, where you have this big storyline, but a bunch of side quests.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So it's like Skyrim, where you can't take off your helmet, but also
you go to do the quest, and then you meet the next NPC, and he's like, "Oh hey, I can do this for you, but first I need this." And then before you get to your next destination, your horse just dies. And so you got to stop off at a station. You got to, gotta get a new horse, make some friends, and then the last playable character from the last game rolls in and is like, "Sup, I'm here. Everybody loves me. You know who I am."
Here.
And then just wrecks everyone and just takes the child.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that sounds more interesting the way you put it, for sure.
Yeah, no, I have a way of explaining things.
Still not gonna watch it, but 10 out of 10 storytelling.
I wasn't trying to completely sell you on it, but I wanted to take a creative spin on it,
I like your creative spin. It was spinny.
Yeah. It is riding spinners.
of like those Facebook posts, like, "Oh, explain this badly." I liked
Yeah,
it.
explain film plot badly. Is that going to be
Yes.
a podcast episode? Or we have to
Ooh, it's
guess
got to be.
which film we're trying to explain?
I
Because I've
I
seen a
like that
lot of
idea.
movies. Next
also have.
episode,
Yep.
explain a film plot badly.
Yep. Movie trivia time with bad
Yes.
plot explanations.
Dude, I'm actually really excited for that one now.
Me too. That sounds fun.
Yeah. So
In fact, hey, look at the time. It's next week. Hey, whoa, hey,
it's
welcome,
next
guys.
week. Hey, welcome to next week where we explain bad film plots.
No, let's continue on the focus of
Yeah.
lows. Valentine's
So-
Day coming up.
Yeah. So Love is Blind. For anyone
Yep.
who is not familiar with Love is Blind, spoiler, Damien and Gina, it doesn't work out. But definitely watch the show because it's on Netflix. So, most people have access to a Netflix account
Nice words.
to have access.
Yeah, not everyone has one, but
Yes, everybody has access. It's really interesting because it takes like just a group of people into a house and you just have to talk to people like through a wall. You're just sitting there and it's like, I don't know anything about this person other than their name and what they're telling me and how they sound like.
yeah.
And like you get a few like sessions with them and then you can either propose or you can't. Or you just say, no, not for me. And
Yeah.
like,
It's one of the more interesting dating shows.
yeah, it's absolutely interesting, and it really kind of hammers home like, yeah, you actually have to make a connection with someone.
Yeah.
Like it's not just, oh, well, he's cute, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I like what this person's saying. Let's
Yeah.
keep this going. Let's get this person.
It's like an extreme version of Too Hot to Handle. Like you're not allowed to touch him. You can't even see him in this one though. Like
You
That's
see,
kind of the
but once
crazy
they
part.
get out, so the only way to get out together is to engage,
Propose.
be engaged, and then it like, there's a whole reveal of like, oh hey, here's who you chose, kind of thing, and
Yeah.
it can be anyone too. It's not like, oh, you're assigned to this person, you can't see them, you either like them or you don't. Like, there's what 10, 15 of each, like woman and men. So it's like, hey, get to know people.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it just kind of shows them like getting adjusted, being engaged, and at the end of it, they set up a nice wedding, a very nice wedding actually. I'm a little jealous of some of them, especially the ones that said, "No, I'm out."
I'm out.
Yeah, and like, it's just like, dang, you had Netflix paying for a wedding for you, and you said no. Oof.
Right. I would have said yes just for that. Like
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's like, I didn't have to pay for the wedding. Yeah, no, absolutely. As long as
Sure.
I did like the person, I like the person. As long as it wasn't, let's be honest, there's some of them out there that were not great. But anyways, it's definitely interesting because you get to watch people. You get to actually watch connections. It's not just, and they did a good job of not making it about drama. Like there's drama in it, but it's
Yeah.
not like it's
focus.
Married at First Sight or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
That was dramatic.
that was. Oof.
We'll get into that.
But yeah. I think out of all of the ones that we're talking about, I think I like this one probably the best, just because again it was like, actual like connections and like they get a choice at the end, so it's not like, hey, you're locked into this, and then if all that stuff, so it's interesting.
Yeah. It is. I like that one. That one was
Yeah,
I think the one that kind of paved the path for me to watching those type of shows. So I was like, oh, this is actually kind of a
for me it was
cool thing to
Are You the
watch.
One?
Oh, did I watch that one
Strangely
first
enough.
actually? I forgot everything about that show.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I watched that one. So I think we watched Love is Blind first, then you told me about Are You the One? And then we got hooked on that one.
Yeah, it's
That's-
oof, it is good. That's
That
drama,
was good. Oh yeah.
but
Also a good show.
yeah, dude. and Love Is Blind, it was very interesting to see like some of the topics that they handled too, of like, because you had Lauren and Cameron,
Right.
and like Lauren was like, "Oh, I've never dated a white guy before," and it was like, "Oh well, is it gonna be just like are they going to force drama from this kind of thing?" And it was like, no, everyone handled it really well. Like even the editing of it, they could have
Yeah.
easily made it like uncomfortable and this and that, but like, no, it's great.
I will agree with that. Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's just one of those nice things that you can. Again, I think it's one of the only shows that Mikhail and I are sitting down and like, let's watch that again because it
Yeah,
was
right.
just good. I do feel bad for Mark though,
Yeah. Mark.
because he
That
was kind
boy.
of a puppy dog, and she was. Oof. So okay, the thing that got me to watch this one, I was an intern at an HR position, and the person I was directly working with was like, "Oh, if you like weird reality TV shows that are like dating, you're gonna like this one because it's really interesting. It's really good. But there's one girl on it that woof," and I was like,
Oof.
"Okay, let's see if I can
Say no
figure out who
more.
it is."
Yeah,
And
right.
immediately I was like, "It's her." And then COVID hit, and then I couldn't see this person for like a month or two. And then when I saw them, I was like, "Was it so and so?" And she's like, "Yep." And I was like, "I knew it."
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was. Whew, poor Mark.
Who was it? What was their name in the show?
Amber or Jessica? No, Jessica. Yeah, it was. I'm too old for you. Like, I'm just too old for you.
Oh.
I'm just
Oh,
too old for
yeah.
you.
Okay.
And she was sitting there flirting with Barnett.
Yes.
Yeah, that bugged me. Because like obviously he chose. You know, he was like,
Yeah.
yeah, this, you know, what was her name again? Jessica, you're not the one for me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with this one. This one's actually like focused on me and stuff, which it ended up being a better relationship than I thought, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they're still together, so kudos.
Look at that.
Hey. I think one that like kind of confused me though was Kelly and Kenny,
Oh, yeah.
because it seemed like they were doing fine.
Hmm.
Like it was one of those things of like, well, yeah, no, they're. I remember sitting there and watching and going, that's a solid one. Like, oof, it's good. And then
Yeah.
nothing. I was like, what? Like, it just what?
That was the one where she moved into his house, right? And like something like that.
Um,
Like he had like a farmhouse or something. And am I thinking of this
no,
right? Forgot
it's
that show.
it's so they all moved into a neutral like apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
So like it wasn't anyone's house or anything. It was like we have this apartment block, we have these apartments, live together kind of thing. Um, but it was interesting because like they just seemed to be so compatible and stuff, and like actually talk and stuff.
Yeah.
But like it it sounds like their story afterwards too. Like I'm reading it right now. Um, let's see. Uh, so Kelly left Kenny at the altar, and they both just kind of moved on. Kenny was like, "Hey, yeah, no, we've been very seldomly in touch, and I actually reached out maybe 4 months ago, and I didn't date for 78 months afterwards. A lot of life changes
Damn.
happened between, and it's just it really because again they talked and it was like it seemed solid, and
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly why she left, but it was just like okay,
Huh. Yeah, I
well,
forgot all about that one. Huh.
yeah, And of course, you had the toxic one from the start, Diamond and Carlton.
Yes.
That was definitely a self-sabotage there.
Yeah, I remember that one pretty
Yeah.
good.
You,
That's how crazy everything was.
You're not gonna be able to handle me because I'm bisexual. I understand. I am here. No, you can't handle me. I'm awful. She's not trying to be rude or anything. She's actually trying to take things seriously. And he's just
Right.
like running away. I'm like, okay.
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 Yeah, that was a wild one. Hard to watch.
That is definitely one I would the show in total I would definitely recommend. Like that on our list of like shows that we were talking about, that is probably number one for me.
Yeah, be careful with these though, because you'll get addicted to them, and then you can't stop watching them.
I'm ready for season 2 of Love Is Blind.
That happened to me. Oh yeah, that one's coming out soon, right?
I don't know. I
thought there were talks about it in 2021. Am I wrong?
Love Is 2 coming. Love Is Blind 2.
I could also be wrong. Don't pay attention to me.
Season 2 of Love Is Blind is now casting, so they are casting as of March 24th, 2020. So I'm going to assume COVID probably impacted it a bit.
I would assume it did.
But in general, it sounds like it is getting a season 2, so I'm happy.
All right.
I will be glued to that once it comes out. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You want to just move into this one, Married at First Sight?
Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, I don't think Love Is Blind is fresh in my brain anymore, so I can't really give into it. I'm just like, oh, interesting.
From Love Is Blind, which is arguably the best one out there for anyone to watch, and go to one of the worst ones, in my opinion.
One of the most toxic ones.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking specifically about season 9.
Yes, because that's the only one I've seen
that was on
so
Netflix.
Far.
They do have all of them available on, was it Lifetime?
Lifetime, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So no account or anything. You just go to Lifetime website, right there.
Yes.
I just can't
not
bring myself
accessible
to
by
watching.
PS4, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't work on my device for some reason.
Weird.
So I'm not sure if that's a me thing or like I don't know.
I guess you need a really long HDMI cable from your computer to the TV.
Yes.
Yes.
Or I'm sure phone might work.
Yes,
one of those.
That might work as well.
If you're one of those phone Netflix watchers, I am one of those. I will be honest.
I do sometimes. Not gonna lie, it's not bad. I have like a cheap Lenovo tablet that I use too. That's all I need.
Oh,
and
tablet.
Watch a whole show.
Yep.
It's like a small little thing, but I'm like, that's all I need. 720p. That's all I need.
That's all I need. Yeah, we watched the entirety of Are You the One on a cell phone. So
that had to have been rough. Like,
it wasn't too bad. It actually wasn't too bad. So
that's it. We need to get you like a Chromecast or something.
Right.
We need to be sponsored so we can get him Chromecast.
Hashtag sponsor Chromecast.
Hashtag Chromecast. Google help. So yeah, Married at First Sight. I think this is fresh in both of our minds, right?
Yes, should be. We should be good on that.
So I didn't like it. I couldn't stop watching it because I desperately hoped for like a happy ending, but I knew I wasn't gonna get it.
Oh. It's like when you go to a massage place and they're just like, nope. And you're like, but
it's just some big dude that's just like, flip over.
Flip over. Matt, that's great. Anyway. Yeah, so that show, definitely no happy ending there for a lot of people.
These are like some of the most like, okay, you had 2 decent relationships and 2 of the most toxic relationships I've ever seen.
Oh yes.
And the quote unquote experts, like, Okay, I am a person in the mental health field and direct service provider for people in crisis. This show
Yes.
gave me anxiety because it's one of those things. I help people who are going through like some bad stuff, you know, and
That's stuff.
like
Yeah.
I could easily see myself helping some of these people, and I was just like, I can't. And the experts,
Yeah. Hardly call them experts, honestly. They're just like,
Dr.
oh
Pepper
man.
was not in it enough, and that's legitimately her name is
I laughed
Dr.
at Dr. Pepper. Yeah,
Yeah, she
I
wasn't
did.
in it enough, and I don't think that she was too involved.
Yeah.
So I can't say too much about her. And what was his name?
Calvin?
Oh, I think
The
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 the,
the
the
preacher
marriage
guy?
yes,
Yeah.
he wasn't bad either. He had to kind of fit with the show a bit of like, hey, can you push this a bit? I'll give him a pass. The third one though, get a new profession.
Oh yeah, Viviana, that girl. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Oh,
some work.
when
Yeah.
when Liz was having her breakdown and like just saying stuff, she's like, "Did you just call me?" And I'm like, "You call yourself a mental health professional, and you're going to react like that when
Right.
someone didn't even call you something?" I, ugh.
I
And
mean, I mean, there is a sense of respect that I think was lost in that scenario, and she was just like, "Wait, did you just call me that?" Because like it
it's
was.
one of those
I don't think
things.
it was more like a vanity thing. It was more like a, "Whoa, dude! Like you gotta chill with people."
It was a context thing because she didn't direct it at her. It felt like the professional kind of zoned out, and that's all she heard. So she's like, "Did you just call me?" And I feel
Yeah.
like that's I don't know. And the stuff that I have to do in a daily, it rubbed me the wrong way. And like
Yeah,
again,
I get that.
the Matt and Amber situation, where
Oof.
obviously you got someone who's not there.
Yeah.
Let the girl go. Don't force this. Like,
Right.
and even I just I feel really bad for Elizabeth.
Yeah, that whole thing was when they decided to like stay together. I was like, "Ooh,
I was
that's
like,
not
you're
good."
joking.
Yikes! Yeah.
Because you have a man who is so desperate for attention that
Mhm.
like even with the other guys, you can tell that he wasn't very comfortable and he was just like, "Hey, I'm here. Haha. Haha.
Yeah.
I'm here." And it's just like you do not need to be on a show like this. Like how did
Nope.
mental health professionals let you through? You are so many red flags.
Oh,
And like
dude, all the
Elizabeth,
red flags.
she had a few red flags, but it wasn't like you could work with those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some that you can and some that you can't.
No,
I want
I'm
to
not.
raise concern real quick on the whole like her dad situation.
Yeah, that was really freaky. Not gonna lie.
Were you thinking the same thing I was?
Yeah, it was definitely extreme.
Not even
It.
extreme, but do you think like there was maybe like
I'm not
some
gonna go
abuse?
that far,
Oh, okay.
but
So I think maybe.
I can absolutely say there was definitely attachment that probably is not very healthy.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know the full upbringing, and from what we saw in the show of like, oh, that's where my house growing up used to be, and now we have all these things. It's like I can understand, you know, when you don't have a whole lot, being super close with everyone and trying to provide and do all this stuff.
But there's a
But
limit.
yeah, there's a time where you just gotta kind of go, hey, you're an adult now, have fun, you know. I'm here,
Yeah.
but you know, go live life. When he's
Yeah.
literally sitting there, I didn't like seeing you kissing my daughter. I'm like, ugh, ugh.
Yeah. Just it kind of that
Yeah,
that one rubbed me the wrong. I was like, ugh.
yeah. I was like, nope.
Yeah, because like I've been in that situation before where
Yeah.
there was abuse that was happening. I was like, "Ooh," I saw the flags immediately. I was like, that's not gonna be good."
Gonna be okay. Oh, okay. Nope.
Ooh, nope.
Well, we
Yeah.
can be friends.
Ooh.
Yeah. I will say though, I think I feel the worst, obviously for Elizabeth, but behind her and Amber, like
Yeah.
Iris, like they made too big of a deal of like, oh, you know why she has a white dress and all of that. I'm like,
I know. Yeah, that was. Ugh.
it bugged me, and they were forcing her into situations where she wasn't gonna be comfortable, and
Yep.
she gave Keith that like, oh, she's just not comfortable, she's not experienced enough. I'm like, no, she's just being forced into a situation she doesn't want to be in. It's not that she's not comfortable.
Yeah.
She was literally with you when you had your grandma stuff going on. Like,
Right.
she is solid. She is someone that you need.
Yeah.
Sure, she's
And they
got
didn't.
a few like childish traits, but like, it's nothing bad.
Right. Right.
Like,
I
I
mean,
was like,
some of that was hard to like, you know,
the
crack
juice.
down on. Well, so like
Was it
like
juice or was it lemonade?
oh yeah, no, yeah, the juice thing that was
Yeah,
kind of
I was like,
okay.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. I also don't know if this is part was or if this was part of the script or not, but the way she handled the, like uh sexual situations was just kind of like, okay, like you can be
You can be
mature
a
about
little more open about communicating with it, and I think that's what
not
Keith
even
was
open, but yeah,
just being
also
able
yeah.
to talk about it. Of just like, you know, I'd rather not, instead of just kind of squirming and then going, like,
Like not gonna
maybe
happen.
talk
Like,
a bit,
okay.
yeah, like,
Yeah,
maybe talk a bit and say, here's where I'm
here's
at,
why. Yeah.
yeah, and that's something that the professionals should have been pushing, and not, oh, here's this bowl of questions that she's not gonna have answers to because obviously, how would she?
Yeah. Or hey, try these dice that are gonna make her do things
Yeah.
that she doesn't want to do. Like that kind of
It's
sucked.
like, yeah, I was like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
There's many things I cannot morally or ethically watch another season. I cannot in
Right.
good faith recommend anybody watch this because I don't want this to get any more funding because it's not something that I want to support.
Matt feels strongly about this.
I do. Like, Michaela is watching season 1 right now, I think. And she's like, okay,
Oh
it's
yeah.
not that bad here. I'm like, yeah, but knowing what it turns into,
Yeah.
like, if anybody wants to watch it, if it's anybody's favorite show, I'm sorry. I don't mean to diss it or anything.
My favorite
But
show. I love it.
Oof. Okay, we're gonna have some problems here.
Oh no.
Bean Stream is disbanded from now. No, I'm joking.
Hiatus.
But it's indefinite hiatus.
Oh yikes.
Yeah. It's one of those things with what I do. It's hard
Yeah.
to say, oh yeah, no, I'd absolutely watch that again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Just I know what that leads to, and I can't.
Right. Yeah. Definitely understand that part. The thing that I found kind of interesting was like, so with the whole talk of becoming more open about sexuality, they didn't take into account that maybe she's asexual.
Yeah, they really didn't go into too many details. It was literally just, no, I don't. I just, I'm saving it.
Right.
And
But
that is all you need to say. But yeah, they definitely could have asked a few more things.
yeah, so I think the point of confusion was she said she was saving it for her husband. It's like, okay, so you're married now. So like
Yeah,
what's the
but
deal? I mean, if
in
you were
her
saving it for that
defense,
reason,
though,
why did you join Married at First Sight? You knew kind of what you were getting into. So like maybe change your
to defend her though, it's one of those things that like she can't be too sure that he's gonna say at the end, yeah, no, let's stay married. So it's one of those things she doesn't want to feel like she wasted it. She's gone this long. She doesn't want to just open up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean,
and the thing is, she was emotionally available. She was she was available in every other aspect, and she
Yeah.
was willing to eventually open up to that. She just
Yeah.
it's also hard for someone to want to do that on live TV, kind of not live TV, but like, you know, for the nation to see. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, I can't blame her there. I can argue a bit with how she handled some of the situations, but
Yeah.
for the most part, I can understand her being very uncomfortable with everything.
Yeah. I think anyone would be. You know, it's hard to
Yeah.
put
I
your stuff
absolutely
out
would be.
there and, you know, all that.
I absolutely my current point in life, I would absolutely be like, that's not happening. That's not happening. That is not my job.
Not my job. So let's dissect a little bit more into this because I thought there were a lot of topics that are interesting in the show.
Okay.
So the thing with Matt and Amber, right?
Yes.
Like, dude, I thought there was so much potential there just because of how they handled
Yeah.
everything. And like they were like talking,
it
everything
definitely
was good,
seemed like
and then
they were
you know,
wanting, like Amber absolutely wanted like a solid thing, and
Yeah.
Matt seemed to be open to it.
at the
And
time.
I originally, okay, at the honeymoon, I thought it was one of those things where like he's just worried about not being able to provide. Like he's that typical
Mhm.
masculine kind of stuff. Of like, I have to be able to provide. I don't want to be like, you know, a burden. I don't want to be like taken care of.
Yeah.
And like with his family stuff, I was like, okay, you know, like I was fully psychoanalyzing him at that point. So I was like, okay, what's off? What's off here?
Yeah.
And when Amber's friend was like, oh, I saw him like at the club and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's just a dude that's like the dude best friend who signed up for the show and didn't get what he wanted kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like he probably signed up and he was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we got matched? Like, please.
Yikes. Yeah, we were thinking that too. We're like, what if they
Yeah.
could like get together?
I'm at least glad they didn't do that because that would have been a disaster too.
Yeah,
But
probably. Well, because
I
we're
just
starting
I
off
feel
something like that.
yeah, it's like okay, I actually know almost everything about this person.
Right.
But there's obviously a reason that we aren't together, kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
There's obviously some
Very
sort of
true.
thing that's like not for me.
Right,
But
right.
like on paper they were both compatible. They were both like Matt and Amber were both compatible. They had like similar goals, it seemed. He
Yeah.
just did not want to stay in one spot.
Yeah.
It
I mean, you get kind of used to that nomadic lifestyle depending on what you do. You know,
a
like
bit.
I did that for a month. I could only imagine if I did that for like years. You know, like
Yeah,
how
where
my
all your belongings are
familial
just in
stability
one.
would be. You know.
Yeah, you have everything ready to just go at any time. Like
Yeah.
I can sympathize, but if you're still feeling like that's the life that you have to live, maybe don't sign up for a show like this.
Right. Yeah.
That's I think where I'm at is like you're gonna hurt someone, and
Yeah.
if you're not ready for a wife, you should really be ready. You know.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
mean, he was
something
confused.
in
Like he did say like to not to defend him at all, but
mm,
you know to kind of bring some clarity. He did
no,
say that he did regret the experience. You know.
I
Um.
kind of took that as more of a I regret signing up because I don't like what happened, as in like I got caught doing all this stuff, so I hate where I'm at now because of it.
Okay.
That's just me though.
Yeah.
It could literally just be me. But that's kind of
Yeah.
what I got, and I think that's what Mikhaila got too. It's just like you didn't give it the full attempt, and you hate it.
Yeah. I mean, he's still a piece of shit, but I will say that he did.
Yeah.
You know, he did at least say like, oh, I regretted doing this
Mhm.
because maybe in his mind like, oh, I figured out I wasn't ready for this instead
Yeah.
of.
No,
But I think he's still a dude. So.
no, he absolutely has a lot of work to have. Hopefully he's able to work on it all.
Hopefully, yeah.
Because when he did put in effort and when he did care, as long as it was actually genuine, it was nice. It was fine. It was good.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah, they did well. Yeah.
was so inconsistent, and he would be gone for full nights, days, week.
Yeah.
You don't do that, especially to someone who
Nope.
has that
Abandonment issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do that. So
Yeah, that was
and
kind of
her
wrong.
family absolutely accepted him. Like
Yeah.
ugh. Yeah.
That they did.
Yeah. I'm at least glad that they didn't go, oh, well, we can work all these things out. You know, like no, that's obviously a split.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deanna and Greg,
It would have to.
they were good.
They were good. There were some things that bothered me about some of that.
Some of the handling of things, but I feel like that's just being awkward.
Could
It's
be.
not necessarily like, oh well, that's obviously gonna need like years of work, but like, you know, they're a little uncomfortable with their situation stuff, which
Yeah.
I can completely understand. You're on live TV, or not live TV, but you're on TV nationwide, so it's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a little guarded, you know.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Like, man, 10 years on your own is kind of like, eesh. Like,
Yeah, it's like
that takes a toll on you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You can
N-
definitely self-reflect, but like, it's gonna cause some.
You get a little used to not having someone else there, and it starts to
Yeah.
get weird having someone else there. I'm not trying to say
Yeah.
people always need someone around, but like you start to adjust to what you have,
Hmm.
so it's hard to like adjust it the other way, especially like so quick.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it at least wasn't a thing of like she was like, oh, I haven't been in a relationship for 10 years. Like I've actively turned relationships down and this and that because I haven't found the right person or anything. It was like I was working on my career.
Yeah.
I wanted to be set up, and I got to this
Yeah.
age. I'm like, oh, I'm not married yet. Oof.
Oof.
So I can give that a bit of a pass,
Yeah.
but overall, I feel like they handled their experience probably the best out of everyone.
Yeah, I would say so. That's probably, yeah.
I feel like it was probably them, Keith and Iris, because Iris really did put in work, and she did open up towards the end, but I think the show kind of did a disservice to them by forcing so many topics.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to say things for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to talk about those things, A, when you're being recorded, and B, when, it's someone you don't know, and C, with someone who's, thinks completely the opposite from the way you do.
And who, at the end of your time together, could just say, yeah, I'm done.
Right, yeah.
It's hard to want to be like, obviously you want to give your whole self to a relationship, especially when you're married. But
yeah,
it could also need I feel like that relationship probably would have been better if they weren't married at first sight kind of thing. If it was more in the Love is Blind situation, it probably would have been better.
Oh yeah. Because I mean, you can't see each other anyway, so like that would make sense. Yeah.
And like, yeah, you're going to have to talk about these things, and the experts behind it aren't going to be forcing you to do all these things that you're not comfortable with.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just wish they would have asked her, like, do you want to have sex? Do you want this?
Yeah. It literally felt more like, well, this can cause some tension.
Right. And it was like sex was the only option. It wasn't even an option. Like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? Because you can say no. You like ultimately.
No, it was always framed as like, oh, so we've got everything all set up. We got this, we got that, we got the dice, and it's just like, no.
Yeah, and it'll all work out.
She has an option. She has every right to say no.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So.
And I think yeah, based on the person that Keith was, though, I think he would have accepted that.
No, yeah.
And been like, okay, that's not going to work for me, or like, hey, that's cool. That works for me.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And I feel like with most of the things, he did handle things pretty well. At the
Yeah.
end, they got a little messy because he's like, yeah, it's just not experienced enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a
He
bullshit
basically
answer
made
to
it
me.
sound like she was immature, and I'm like,
Yeah.
there were a few things on camera that were like, okay, but that's just a conversation, you know. You say, hey,
Right.
can we work on this? Can we work on that?
Yeah.
Like, my
Yeah.
friends are my friends. This is kind of the dynamic I have set up with them. Can we
Mhm.
set up something of like, here's our for everyone thing, and here's our own thing, and like, I don't know.
Right.
I feel like some of those conversations could have happened that just didn't because, again, the show just was really focused on we gotta make her, we gotta get it happen, we gotta get it on camera, it's gonna happen. It's like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think the big problem with that show is, yeah, they were trying to fit everyone into a mold. Like, hey, this is how a marriage works.
yeah,
And marriage is not like that. It's different for everybody. You know, like
yeah, everybody has a
it's
different
different.
view of it.
Yeah. And that's okay. You don't. No one has to be the same. You know.
Mm. And okay, to be fair, again, Michaela watching season 1, and she's like, okay, season 1 isn't nearly as bad so far from what she said.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I also watching the season, I started off, I was like, okay, it's not too bad. And then it got into all the drama, and I was like, this just gives me anxiety. Like when I can't sit down to watch a show because I get too anxious, like stuff would
Yeah.
happen, and I'd be laying there and I'd be like, nope, I'd get restless, like
No.
legitimately restless. And I don't know, maybe if I wasn't the type of person I am, I would
Hmm.
love it. But it's not in my, it's not how I am to be like, oh yeah, that's entertaining. That's the entertainment I like.
Yeah. You just feel bad for the people. You're like, oh man.
Yeah. And again,
And you can tell behind the scenes too. You're like, oh man, they might have given them a script for this and made them
it's
feel
like,
the psychological,
yeah,
abuse basically
hey
on
James,
this.
she said this about you. What? Kind of thing. Like,
What? Yeah.
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 Oh, hey Amber, we saw Matt leave like 3 hours ago. Like, record. Like,
What are you gonna
no.
do about it?
Yeah.
Record yourself crying. Do it.
Yeah. It's just
For money. Do it for money.
yeah. It's just sad. Like, you don't do that to people.
Yeah. No. Anyway, if we want to move on to a happier topic, I have something
I'm all good for happier topic.
might be of interest. So, I started and finished a new show in like 2 days because I got addicted to it.
Perfect.
Not really a dating show. However, there were some examples of, maybe it could be
Flirtation.
in the next season. Yeah, there's some flirtation going on. It's like strategic flirtation. Which isn't a great thing, I guess, but it worked for the show. So this show is called The Circle. This one's
Okay,
also
I've not seen this one. So go ahead and
yeah,
sell me.
Matt has not seen. So I'm gonna pitch it to you like so,
Elevator
okay?
pitch.
Elevator pitch. All right, here we go. All right, so they take like I think it's like 8 people to begin with, and they put them all in an apartment, right? And in that apartment is like they have like TV and like food and stuff, whatever. At this one place, they're all in the same apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't see, like they can't see each other at all, like no vision at all. They can't see each other, and they can't talk to each other like over the phone or anything like that. It's all on a like pre-made social media platform. So what the show is basically is you have to be the most popular person of the group in order to win. But there's a lot of loopholes, obviously.
Yeah, so it's basically who can get the most likes.
Kind of. Yeah, well, it's who can get the most likes of the group. So it's not like posting on like, Facebook,
Yeah,
that
it's
would
like within the
super
group of like, oh man, this person's cool. Like I like this person.
Yeah, so
And
there's a
they
lot of like
can't like
alliance.
talk to each other about like, oh, choose this person because this person's cool.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like private chats going on and like alliances and people kind of bad mouthing each other / flirting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting show. Like I said, it's not really a dating show, so it doesn't really fit our thing that we're going for. But I think there are
It's
some.
definitely a social experiment.
there's some elements. Yeah. It's definitely a social experiment, and I think it's really good. There's a lot of we were talking about like forming connections and stuff. I think a lot of those people, became lifelong friends because of the experience.
You see, love doesn't always have to be romantic.
No, yeah, you can love your friends. You can whatever.
Exactly. You can love your family. You can love your friends. You can love your dog.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
I love all 27 of my cats. So
yeah, no, that's what you do. That's what you do. Even if they don't love you back, you love your cats.
Sometimes they don't. I've been bitten a couple times, and let me tell you,
it hurts.
Not fun.
But at least they love.
Love hurts.
Love hurts. I think that's the moral of the story for tonight.
Yeah.
Love hurts.
Yeah, but Matt, no.
We should not be saying this. I feel like we're both in like really good relationships. Like we're both in really. I gotta say, like we picked them good.
There have been some bad ones. We'll say that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. If we weren't running up on an hour here, I would share. But it's getting a little late.
Yeah, it is really late. I was running a little late. I had a family thing going on.
Jeez, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, are you an uncle now? Is that what that means?
Not really.
Not really? I thought it was
cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like second, you'd be, or did they be your second cousin?
Second cousin. Yeah. So the new second cousin.
Okay.
It was funny. I went to the hospital that I'm a liaison for my job today, and I was talking to them, and the person that I was talking to was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a busy day today. I do this, and then I gotta leave at like 4 so I can go be there for my family and stuff." She's like, "You see, that's the weird thing with white people. It's like, to me that would be my niece, but like to white people that's just what, like second cousin." I'm like, yeah, but like I'm close enough to the cousin that like it's gonna feel like if I can again with COVID and stuff, I don't want to be too close to around because I'm serving the community. I definitely don't want to bring anything over. But yeah, no, I feel like I'm close enough with that side of the family that like, yeah, I should have a decent relationship with the child. So it's like, I was
kind of uncle thing. We'll call it that, right? All right, cool. Yeah, nothing in that kind of realm has happened in my life so far. Really, like no one I know who's in my family and younger has had like a child, except for my my dad's new family. About it.
See, I have,
and that I'm not too much a part of. So.
Yeah, I have 4 younger cousins who, since I'm like the oldest one was born when I was like 13.
Okay.
12, 13. So it was like there's that weird age gap where it's like I feel a little more like a brother than a cousin, or sometimes like almost an uncle, because the younger one was born right after I got out of high school. Like the youngest one was born when I was out of high school. So it's like, funny story. So Michaela and I started dating September.
Okay.
The youngest cousin was born October. We all meet up for Halloween. That night, Michaela gets handed this youngest cousin, and it's just like, that was probably one of the most stressful situations for me, because I did not want to drop your newborn baby cousin. Like,
right
as soon as she was born, I was like, to be fair, I didn't hand her to you.
Right.
But it's weird. It's weird to think that we actually have like a visual representation of how long we've been together.
Yeah.
Because like, it's weird to put that into like a physical thing. Like a physical age.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it's very strange, but man, does it make remembering how long we've been together? I'm joking. If anything, it makes it easy to remember how old she is.
Makes it easier.
How long have we been together? Okay, so she's like 7. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's also
I don't
weird.
think we have like a landmark like that, but
Yeah,
that's cool.
like it's definitely like an interesting thing to have. So
Yeah.
I keep telling Michaela, like, she's stuck with me just because she's just stuck with me. Yeah, she's stuck.
Yeah. The cool thing is though about our anniversary is like it's basically Halloween, but basically the 1st of November, so it's kind of in that
It's that
sweet
split.
spot. Yeah, so like I'm never gonna forget, like, it's like, oh, it's Halloween. Oh yeah, that thing happened to Halloween. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of nice.
See, I don't know if I want to say the day that we got together.
Oh, why not?
I'll share the story.
All right, come on. You might as well now. You
Yeah.
got it now.
So, we were friends in high school, and
Yeah.
got out of high school and everything. We just kind of stayed in touch over the summer, connected, all that stuff. At some point, because my sister was in band and having to do like the football games and stuff.
Yeah.
So just something to do was just go to the football games and, hey, I'm here. If you wanted to come hang out, go for it. And so we would just hang out at the football games. Some stuff happened and it was like, okay, I gotta ask her out. And I asked her out and I was like, oh, cool. Like, she said yes. And all this happened on September 11th.
Ooh.
So
Cool.
I was just like, so the reason, so okay, a thing happened the week before. So I was like, all week I was like, okay, the next time that I see her, I gotta ask her out. It's like, shoot your shot, man.
Shoot
And
your
so
shot.
That was just the time that I saw her, and I was like, hey, and like, it was nice because, like, all throughout the night, people were kind of like, oh, hey, how's it going? How's it going? And I was like, can you guys just like go away? So I could ask. And like, I was like, can you guys just go away? Like, leave? And yeah, but it was
It'd be like that.
Yeah, I used a Doctor Who line. It's funny because the week before she came over to my house and watched Doctor Who with me and Cheesecake, and one of the characters said a line, and so I looked over to her and I said a line, and then bada boom, bada
What was
bing.
the line? Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah. Life's short and you're hot, so.
That's awesome, dude. I didn't know that. That's such a good story.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, depending on how far we want to go into it, there's obviously more to the story, but yeah. Maybe another time. Maybe another love-centric episode.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of fitting for this. So if you want to,
okay.
please.
So all throughout high school, like again, a million podcasts ago at this point, I told the story of like we were both at the school dance and like freshman year.
Yeah, and she thought you were weird and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, oof, never talking to this person ever again because that was awkward. But junior year, senior year, we started like talking and stuff, and being friends. We had a lot of mutual friends. We're both in like marching band stuff, so it's like, okay, we spent a lot of time in the same areas. So it's like, of course, we're gonna just talk and become friends.
Yeah.
Senior year, Cheesecake and another mutual friend. So I was good friends with Cheesecake. Cheesecake was friends with Michaela's friend.
Okay.
And like behind our backs, they were conspiring of like they would actually talk about like, okay, so our friends here need to get together, right? And it was like, yep, absolutely. Right. And so like over the course of the summer, they were trying to come up with like ideas. They're like, hey, let's all go hang out and do this. Let's all hang out and do that. And they got a little ham-fisted at it with it sometimes. Like, it would be like, hey, let's go to a movie. And so we would like all go, like 4 of us just go to a movie. And legitimately, they would like run up to the seats and like take the 2 next to each other. So we would have to sit next to each other, and it's like, have fun. I'm like, if you guys are trying to make something happen, like, this is not the way to do it. Because I'm one of those people. I don't want to make it seem like I'm only doing it because, like, oh, well, we keep getting put together and stuff.
Yeah.
By the way,
like, oh, I guess we should. You know,
I don't want that doubt of like, is he only with me because we were kind of forced into it or anything? Like, I don't want people to feel like that. So, if anything, that was just hurting our chances.
Right.
So it's just like, oof. But yeah, no, we hung out. We were talking to each other. It got to the point where like we were almost talking to each other almost every day, kind of thing.
Oh.
Like over text and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember 4th of July, I went camping, and I was kind of upset that I didn't have cell service that whole time.
Ooh.
Because I was just like, yeah, we've got like good conversations and stuff. So every time I would be in cell service, I would be like, hey, by the way, I got cell service again. Pick up the conversation. Let's go. Yeah, slide into those DMs.
No lube or nothing. Just slide on in. Oh, wait, what?
So the 4 of us, because, you know, we're all friends and stuff. So it's like, hey, let's do a podcast together and stuff. And so that got us talking a bit more too. And eventually, like, again, we would talk like almost every day. And I started to mess with her a bit of like, oh, why do you hate me? Oh, why do you hate me? Oh, it's okay, you hate me. And she was doing this thing of like, well, I don't hate you. And I'm like, then what is it? And she's like, oh, I don't hate you. It'd be too mean to tell you. I'm like, oh, what is it? And she's like, no, it'd be too mean. I'm like, I'm getting like, she dropping hints like, do I need to shoot my shot? But like, I don't know, because I don't want to be weird. Because like, she had a lot of guys hitting on her in high school and stuff, and even some girls hitting on her. And I don't want to be one of those weird guys that's like overreading a situation. She was not comfortable with the girl hitting on her. It wasn't the fact of it was being a girl. It was just kind of how it was happening. But anyways, that's another story.
Do I vaguely remember that? Hang on.
No, because it was senior year.
It was our senior
year, not it was a freshman. So you would not even know this person.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I thought I remembered a similar situation with someone who was on the flagpole team over there.
It probably absolutely happened, but it wasn't her for that one.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I was just like, what do I do? And so, like something was going on, so I was like, hey, Cheesecake, hey, like I invited the 3 of them over to my house just to like hang out. And the mutual friend, her friend was like, no, got stuff going on. So it's just Cheesecake, me, and her. And so we were all sitting there and we were like, so what are we gonna do? And so we watched Doctor Who, because Cheesecake and I were really big into Doctor Who. She watched a few episodes here and there. And then it was like, hey, we weren't the weird ones.
I mean,
we talked about it, but we weren't the weird ones.
You guys were kind of weird. Every chance you got, you would fucking like poke me or something, be like, "Oh, sonic screwdriver!" Like, oh my god, what does that even mean, dude? Was that not you?
No.
I feel like that was you or someone adjacent.
Probably someone adjacent. You knew a lot of people, man.
Somebody did that.
You were popular. You knew a lot of people.
I was really not, though. I was in a lot of groups, but I definitely wasn't popular. I just knew a lot of people.
I feel that.
I got the band. I had some of the jocks. I was in weightlifting. I had this, and like
it was everything. It was like, hey, how's it going? All right, see ya. Like, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we did that, and it was one of those things of like, after that, like she went home, and we were just kind of texting each other, and it was like, okay, blah 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 blah. 6 a.m. Like neither
Best
of us
conversation
slept.
time.
As like we're just talking, and I'm like, so why do you hate me? And she's like, I don't hate you, I actually like you. And I'm just like what? And like I'm like, am I dreaming right now? Like, what is going on?
Right.
Like we were going out of town the next day, so I was just like, it's 6 a.m. and I'm having a conversation. And again, I'm one of those people, I don't want to just start a relationship over the phone. I don't want to be one of those guys that's like, oh, well, since you said that, I want to go out kind of thing. Because again, I don't want that doubt of like, well, did he only ask me out because I said. So I made it like a thing of like, we spent like that whole week just like kind of talking about like, okay, so here's this about me, here's that about me, kind of thing of like talking. And at the end of the week, it was like, hey, football, I'm gonna be at this football game, and she's like, all right, I'll come hang out. And again, the whole football game, I was just like, can people just leave us alone for like 10, 15 seconds? And and I was just like, because like I got there and I was like, cool, no one that I usually know comes and like hangs out for too long. So I'm like, okay, cool. And like that was the night that everybody I knew, it was like, oh hey Matt, how's it going? Oh hey, what are you doing together? I'm like, please go.
Right.
And like the game was almost over, and it was like, here's my chance. And I was like, oh, it's 9/11. Oof.
Yikes.
But hey, at least we remember it.
Hey, we got 2 towers going down and 1 going up, if you know what I mean. That's terrible. All right.
I'm going to moonwalk out of that one. And,
I'm going to hell.
I'm gonna moonwalk out of that one. On that note,
I'm getting tired and delirious.
Yes. Bye, everyone.
We'll cut that one out. We'll get that one out.
Okay. We'll get together on that one.
Yeah. Joey, our special effects guy, will.
All right. Michael Jones there.
Editing team, yeah. Michael Bay.
Truly Bennett. Chuck
Morgan
Taylor.
Freeman. Yes.
Yes.
Honorable mentions. Other honorable mentions.
Yes. Speaking of honorable mentions, do we have any shout outs this week? I know that we kind of talked about some stuff.
Oh yeah. So I don't have anything official yet to like put on the thing just yet, but we do have some sort of small partnership, if you will.
A project, if you will. A collaboration
project, partnership, whatever you want to call it. Sponsor-ish kind of. Okay, anyway.
You scratch my back, I scratch your kind of thing.
Exactly, yeah. Scratch my nuts, you know.
Anyways, it's a friend that we actually do genuinely want to support and want to succeed and stuff. I'll let you take it away since you know a bit more of the details.
Yes, awesome. So their company is called Next Act Productions, and they're a production team of I think they have a couple of people right now. They're kind of a startup thing. They do like video editing and stuff like that for podcasts like the one you're listening to now, or like I know they're specializing in like gaming videos too, for like streamers and whatnot. All kinds of things going on. So check them out. I believe they're just nextactproductions.com. They have a website. They also, I think they have a Facebook page. More stuff about that in the YouTubes. We'll have the links.
It's the same friend that runs the Lukewarm Cinema podcast, correct?
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, in the meantime, go over there, give them a shout, give them a holler. I know that we probably have some of the same audience overlap for right now.
Probably.
But
probably.
Hey, if you're listening in the future, Lukewarm Cinema podcast, tell them the Beans sent you. And they do some good stuff over there. I feel like they would be interesting to bring on for like a bad film plot episode.
Oh, absolutely. They know
It
all the
would
films.
probably be
Yeah.
very difficult to get them both because it's two, right? 2 or 3.
So it's 3 people right now, 3 friends
Yeah.
that talk about cinema. Yeah. So
Yeah. So I don't know. It would definitely be
we should
interesting
at
to
least
do
get
like
Austin
a
on.
collaboration. Yeah, it'd definitely be interesting to do like a collaboration at some point.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of movies. I know a lot about movies. I know too much.
So I have an idea for this actually already.
Okay.
So we'll
we
talk
wanna
about.
tease the audience, or do we want to?
We will tease the audience. So
black?
what we'll talk about, right, is intentionally
Movies.
terribly made movies. You know
So
where I'm going
Human
with this.
Centipede.
Okay, yes, Human Centipede, Birdemic, Troll 2, you know, all the classics.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
The
The
Leprechaun.
Avalanche Sharks, that one was good. I liked that one. You know, just having a casual bikini downhill contest, and then a shark comes out of the
3D.
snow. Yeah, Piranha 3D is also one of those. Yeah. Probably all the Sharknadoes.
Yeah.
Those are all terrible as well.
I think I watched almost all of those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we watched them all, and then I think they came out with one more, and it was like, we'll watch it eventually.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Avalanche Sharks, I don't and also do recommend it. Enter your own risk.
At some point. Probably at some point it's gonna come up.
Oh, definitely. You gotta watch that and Troll 2. Those are like my favorite horrible movies of all time.
We'll start up a list.
Yes.
Let's just encroach on their audience. Let's just talk about movies all the time. Being Stream is just gonna be a movie podcast.
Yeah, movie podcast. Go.
Dude, I can do so many different things with movies. I could talk about movies. I could talk about production of movies. I could talk about.
Yes.
I think that's the nice thing with this that we're doing is we don't limit ourselves to just one topic. And so far, we're trying to make sure that we change up topics between episodes and stuff, between weeks.
Mhm.
Like, you know, each week a different topic. If we find a topic we really like, we can just hammer on that topic for a few weeks.
That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we did spooky stuff for like 3 weeks in a row, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the first when we started this thing.
It was kind of the paranormal stuff, and then murder stuff.
Yeah. Murder stuff, and then we did Phas VR to kind of bring it all together.
So I guess the next anime shonen arc is just going to be movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, next episode explaining movie plots poorly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I could absolutely set up a scoreboard for that.
And then reviewing terrible movies.
Yes.
With maybe special guest Austin from Lukewarm Cinema Podcast.
Yes.
We're still working on that.
In the meantime, go follow them. Twitch. Do that Twitch. Definitely YouTube. Definitely Twitter.
I don't believe they have
follow
Twitch at
them
this
there.
time. They do not do a live podcast.
But yeah, no, they're some pretty cool dudes.
Dudes.
Great production quality. Again, it kind of ties back into it's kind of a product that they're producing, as well as was their new project as well? The
Next Act Productions.
Next Act, yes. So again, go check them out. Fantastic guys. You absolutely get along with them. They're great guys.
Yes.
Go give them a watch. Go tell them the Bean sent you, and give them some love because it is Valentine's Day.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, I think we're gonna go. My voice is starting to give out.
As is mine. So I think it'd be a good note to say, see y'all next week.
Sayonara and adios.
Adios.
Remember to love each other. Love each other good.
Or don't if it's toxic.
Yeah.
Matt would know.
Don't blindly love.
Yeah.
You say you implying something about? I'm telling Makai. Anyways, I'm gonna go before we get into more trouble. Have a good one.
Sounds like a plan, Matt.
Season.
See y'all later. Oh yes.
Bye.
Bye. Meh.